Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, hi, my name is Abigail Legarda and welcome to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys a brand new video, of course, and it is a sit down video, as you guys can see. So about a week and a half ago, I posted on my Instagram, I did a poll on what you guys wanted to see next, whether it was a playlist or my hospital trips story time, and they did end up 50-50. So I decided to do the hospital trip story time first, just to like have a bit more time to add more songs to the playlist. And yeah, so I'm bringing you guys the hospital trips story time. This situation is kind of really personal. And by the way, guys, if my voice sounds weird, I'm sorry. I am sick, or like I was sick, and I'm like, it's barely like going away. But anyways, as I was saying, this situation is like personal to me and stuff, like not like personal, just that I don't really talk to about it to just like anybody in general. The people that I have talked to about it is my teachers, because I had to, and like just close friends and family knows about this. But I decided to talk to you guys about it just because I feel like this is a huge part of me that I've had, like, that I need to share, I guess. Like, that kind of like I've been going through this for quite some time, so I decided I like wanted to share and stuff. Yeah, so I will be sharing this story with you guys, and a lot of people ask me like, what is it that's wrong with me and stuff. And I usually really don't go deep into detail about what's wrong, so this is what this video is for. Yeah, okay, anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna be eating mukbang, whatever it is. I got asada fries. Yum. I never finished them, but it's fine. So before we get right into the video, I do hope you guys enjoy. And like I said earlier, I did do the poll on Instagram, so if you don't yet follow me on Instagram, it's always in my description box, and I'll put it like here or something. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get right into the video. I'm just drinking water. Okay, so now to start it all off, this situation started back in 2017, April of 2017, and it was all kind of just a really unexpected situation, I guess. I literally even remember like the day before this happened. So basically, it was like, okay, so this is exactly what I remember. This happened one day after late start, and it was in April. So I believe it was like April 7th or April 8th. And I was perfectly fine the day of late start. Like, throughout the whole day, I was fine. There was like nothing wrong with me. And even like that night, the night of late start, I went to bed and I was feeling perfectly fine. Like I said, there was literally nothing wrong with me. And so then the next day, I woke up and I was like getting ready for school. I was like all done, and like I was already changed, my hair was done, everything. And I was just like adding my mascara, and out of nowhere, I like ran out of breath. Like when I say I ran out of breath, like I couldn't, like, it was hard for me to like catch my breath, I guess. Like it was like I couldn't breathe. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just so bad. And because of how bad it was, I like had to sit down and try to like catch my breath. And at this time, nobody else was awake. It was just me because I always like, I wake up, I'm the first one to wake up for school. And so it was like, I was freaking out because I didn't know what to do. And I was like, oh my God, like, I was trying to get my inhaler to like see if that would like help a bit. And it wouldn't. So then my sister Vanessa woke up, and she I had my door open, so when as soon as I heard her door open, I kind of, I don't even remember how it was that she heard me, and she came into my room and she saw that I was crying and like I was having trouble breathing. And so yeah, I was having trouble breathing. So then she brought me a cup of water to see if that would like calm me down. And I was literally crying, guys. Like, I was so scared. I was like, this is like not, like, I had never gone through this. I was like, I have never gone through this like ever before. And so she brought me the cup of water. That sort of calmed me down a bit. I mean, I still had a hard time breathing, but it wasn't as bad as it was like when it first started. And so then she was like really, I mean, I won't say scared, I guess, but she didn't know what to do either. We were both kind of just like freaking out. And she's like, should I go wake up my mom, and this and that. And I was like, and so she was like, should I go wake up my mom? Like, what should I do? And I was like, no, just like leave it and see how, like, if I get better. Then my mom ended up waking up because it was time for her to start getting ready for work. And so then she came into my room and she was like, what's wrong and stuff. She saw me crying. I was just in bed, like, I was just crying. And so then Vanessa told her what happened and stuff, and she was like, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, well, this has never happened before. I was like, not even my inhaler works. Like, obviously I was scared because I didn't know what to do. And like the fact that my inhaler wasn't helping, I was like, okay, you know, like, this is like not okay. And so we ended up deciding to take me into the hospital. Keep in mind, I had no other symptoms. Like, it was just like the fact that I couldn't breathe, and well, my head did start hurting, but that was about it. Like, nothing else hurt. It was literally just my shortness and breath. Into the hospital. We went into the hospital up in, where is it? Lafayette, I believe. So we went up into the hospital. They registered me because I've never been into the hospital before, and they like took my blood pressure and everything. And so basically they took me back into the room. They started doing all these exams, and it's weird because these exams would like come back normal and stuff. And so then they did blood work on me, and most of them came back normal except for my sed rate. My sed rate was really high, and that was not normal. They did say that meant that there was some sort of inflammation going on inside my body, just that they did not know where it was coming from exactly. So that got them kind of worried. So that they did further tests, and one of the tests that they did come back that I had they did the flu test or whatever, and it did come back that I had influenza. So I had to miss school for a whole week. And so basically they were like, okay, well, yeah, you have the flu. That's what it is. And then your sed rate is high. We'll get back to you like once we get like more tests done and stuff. And so then they sent me home. We were in the hospital for like about 6 hours, I believe. We went in at 7 and we didn't leave until like 12 or 1. Wait, how many hours is that? 7? Yeah, like 5 or 6 hours. So then we came back home. I feel like after the hospital, that's when like the flu symptoms started kicking in. I was feeling really weak, like, and I was feeling really nauseous, like I couldn't do anything. That's when I was like, wow, like, I actually have the flu. And They gave me certain medications, and I like took them throughout the whole weekend. And so that's that. But this is where the hospital trips come in. So basically, before that, I like never really got sick. I would never get sick. Like, it was rare when I would. And if I would, it was usually just like a cold. As I was saying, a week after I got better from the flu, I started getting these really like bad stomach pains. And I was like, I had never gotten pains like this before, and I kind of like let it pass for like a week or two, and I was like, whatever, like it'll go away. And they did eventually, but they were like, I had to get them like, but then it got to the point where I like got them multiple times a week, and the pain, like, it was a really sharp pain to the point where I couldn't stand. So I ended up just telling my mom, I was like, Mom, like I've been having really bad like stomach pains. I don't know if this is normal. And we decided to get that checked out. So we ended up going back into the hospital, and they did say that they did more blood work, and my sed rate did come back elevated again, and they said that that was not okay, like it wasn't normal, which again was a sort of inflammation like going on inside my body. They just didn't know. I think they said it's supposed to be like 10 to 20. I don't even remember. But the point was that mine was like 17 points like higher than what, or like, I don't know what it's called, like I don't think it's points, but it was 17 like higher than what it was supposed to be. So they did start worrying, and like, so we told them like about my stomach, and they're like, oh well, maybe it's that. So they did several tests, and they didn't really have an answer, so they just sent me back home. They're like, come back in 6 weeks, we'll check your sed rate again and see like if anything changes. And we were like, okay, well I guess. So we ended up just going back home, obviously. And then within those 6 weeks, my stomach kept hurting, like my pain wouldn't go away. And like I'd take pain meds and stuff, and it wouldn't help. And so then when we went back again after those 6 weeks, they took my blood work again, and it was, my sed rate ended up being worse. So the first time it was at 27, and then the second time, like after the 6 weeks, we ended up going back again, and it was at 42, I believe. So like this, like there is some major inflammation going on inside your body. We don't know where it is. We're gonna like try and just treat it with like pills and stuff. So they did do that. I've been under medication since April of last year, and basically, so it was at 42. So they decided to just treat it with like prescribed pain meds and stuff. So I was under those for another 6 weeks, and then I went back, and this is where they decided to take a further step and like do actual like exams rather than just like blood work and stuff. So since then, I have gotten literally all the exams you can name. I've gotten a CAT scan, I've gotten an MRI, I've gotten a HIDA scan, I've gotten an endoscopy. Literally gotten so many tests. I've gotten an ultrasound, just like everything. And it's weird because they really can't find anything. Like, I've gotten so many like different tests, and they really can't find anything. Though there was this, I don't remember, oh, I believe it was from my HIDA scan. That's my my gallbladder exam. They said it came back normal, though there were certain like points where it did like seem a bit off. And like it just sucks. Like, this situation has caused me so many like points in life where it's just so stressful, like having that on top of school, and then like having, obviously everybody has like issues, just issues in general. And so just keep in mind, like with this happening April of last year, I went through this pain all summer long of 2017, and like all junior year. Like, let me tell you guys, I had never ever ever struggled in school. Like, I don't want to like get all emotional, but like junior year was pretty hard for me. Like the fact that I took the jump of regular classes into the IB program, and then on top of that I had like this whole like health situation going on, and I mean I still do, and like just school being stressful in general, it's been so hard for me. Like the point that they haven't found anything is what kind of causes me more stress, because there's like I just want to find out what it is that is wrong with me. My doctor, I'm not going to say names obviously for the privacy of one, but he did say that they've had several situations where they can't seem to find like they can't really diagnose or like they can't really find an answer to certain people's how should I say it, like with me, like they can't find an answer to what it is that's causing me this pain. He said it's like obviously stressing upon me, because especially like during this time of age, like this, he did say that this is the time where people, this time of age is where people like struggle the most. Like it's just so like hard for me to like explain it, but like at some point they did think it was like just stress causing me this pain, and they like asked how's like school and stuff, and I said, well, I've always been a good student and stuff, and I was like, though this has been causing me to miss, this was like during junior year, I was like, this pain has been causing me to miss school constantly. And I mean, not that it's stressful, it's like at a certain point it was stressful, because I was like damn, I've been missing school a lot, like that wasn't me, I guess. But the thing was that even with me missing school constantly, I always managed to keep my grades up, to like turn in everything on time. So they did say maybe it's just the fact that you're so stressed about school, and like it's junior year, like it is known to be as one of the most stressful years. And we kind of just said, well, yeah, like we did think about that, but this pain did start sophomore year, and it went through it, like I had it throughout the whole summer, which wouldn't make sense for it to be school, because during summer I don't stress about school. Obviously that's like not the thing that I'm thinking about. So they were like, okay, well, yeah, we see what you're trying to say here. So then they're like, okay, well, keep in mind these like whole trips so far have been with a GI doctor. So then my GI doctor was like, well, I don't see anything else that it can be, so I'm gonna refer you over to a they referred me to a different specialty, and they're like, we want to see if maybe it's something that lies under a different thing and it's not something in your stomach. So we were like, okay, well, like we obviously accepted that, because we wanted to like get answers from different specialists. But at the same time we were like, why is he gonna refer us to a different specialty if where I'm getting my pain is in my like stomach and stuff? And so he ended up referring us to a different doctor, and she was under a different specialty. He referred me to a rheumatologist. And so after that hospital trip, well, I was scheduled to see the rheumatologist 2 weeks later. We did go in, she did several tests, and she said, you do not lie under this. Your condition has nothing to do with like this specialty and stuff. So we were like, great, this is so stressing. So we got referred back to my GI doctor in December. He was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you different pain meds and see how these work. Use them like over, like it was like winter break and stuff. So I was like, okay. So basically winter break passed, and it was literally a week after New Year's that I ended up in the hospital because of how bad my pain was. Like I couldn't take it. It was really strong. Like I couldn't stand. It was bad. So my mom was like, you know what, I'm taking you into the hospital and see if they can find something now that you have your pain, like that you like that you're experiencing your pain, and let's see if they can find something while you're experiencing your pain. So we were like, okay. So then we went into the hospital. They did a CAT scan again. Did like they were kind of repeated the exams, and they're like, okay, well, we'll get back to you. And they're like, here, try these pain meds. So then I got different pain meds, and I was like, wow, okay. And so then that's how like things basically went. And so I ended up seeing my GI doctor again, and we did tell him about that trip where we had to go into the emergency room and stuff. He was like, I know, like, this is really stressing for you. And I was like, yeah, it really is. And like, even like this past summer, I was in the hospital multiple times because my pain, like, it just doesn't get any better. Like, you'd expect for it to like get better as time progresses, but in this case it's kind of like it's not worsening. There were points where it like worsened, but it doesn't get better, which is the most frustrating thing. And like I said, it's just, I know it's stressful for me, like I said, but I know for a fact that it's stressful for my mom as well, because as a mother, you kind of just want to make sure your kids are okay and that they're like that they're good, you know. And I know for a fact that it's stressful for her because she like she has to see me like go through this pain. And there were many times where she's like able to tell just based on my face expressions. And like I like usually get pale when I get my symptoms. And even like summer, like this past summer, like I said, I was in and out of the hospital multiple times. And like now, even senior year, I've missed so many times as well because of it. I've had to leave school multiple times because I literally like get my pain throughout the school day, to the point like my stomach pains have gotten to the point where I start shaking, I get really pale, I feel really nauseous. And then like as I'm walking, but I like my vision starts getting really, really blurry. And like I'm hearing, but like as if it's echoes, and like as if I'm not actually in a room full of people. It's kind of just like voices echoing. And it just sucks because at school it's worse with like just so many people. And like I said, this year, senior year especially, has been so tough because I've had to miss school quite a lot more than last year. And it's kind of just like really stressing. I really don't like sharing it with people because I feel like people say she uses this as an excuse for like many things, but these people really don't know what I've been through. Like, I know it might seem like it's just a stomach pain, and it's just a stomach pain, but the pain is sharpening to the point where I want to like yell and just cry. It's happened before actually, like, and I've gotten those type of pains in front of my little brother, which has actually scared him to the point where he wanted to call my mom from work. Like, I know many people don't see this as a big deal, but to me personally it's a big deal because this has been in me for over a year already. And like the fact that we don't get answers is, like I said, frustrating, and it's super stressing. It's just so hard to explain. I've been through hell and back like this past year and a half. Well, it's almost been 2 years, like 4 months. It's gonna be 2 years. We haven't gotten answers. They've literally, all they've done is like tried me on different pain meds. Like even today, I take them once like when I get my pain. But like I said, once they kick in, like half an hour to an hour afterwards, just like my pain comes back. I've literally gone to so many different hospitals to see if I get any like different answers. I've been referred to different specialists, different doctors, and nothing is like, there's no answer. Like I said, I know this may seem like not a big deal to many people, but to me it's just so confusing at the fact that this all started after my flu, after having the flu. It doesn't make sense to how it is that I started getting these pains, you know, like having the flu and then all of a sudden started getting stomach pains. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And the fact that they haven't found anything just doesn't make sense. There has to be like there has to be an answer. We just obviously don't know. We don't have an answer yet. How should I say this? So like I said, my doctor did say that there has been many cases where they don't find like an answer to things, where it may take them years. And at this point it has been over a year life. Like, my life today isn't what it was like the beginning of sophomore year. What I mean by that is, like, it has really, like, came in the way of me doing many things. Like, the fact that it's, like, affected my education as well. Like, I don't mean, like, my grades started going down. Like, I've managed to keep them up, which is something that I am extremely proud of, because there's been times where my pain is, like, it's just really excruciating pain. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I did. I wish I had the words, and like, it's just hard to explain. But it has like gotten to the point where I literally feel like I'm gonna like pass out or something. I don't know. It's just so bad, and it has like been a part of me for over a year, and I feel like I kind of wanted to just let this out. I know many people are like, okay, well, like I said, it's just a stomach pain. But so you don't go what I have been through, please don't say anything. It's kind of rough on me, and I know it's rough on my mother. I don't know, like, these hospital trips have been constant for over a year and a half, and I honestly just don't feel like anything's getting better. Though I do hope there is an answer to all of this here soon, and I do hope that maybe even as time progresses, my pain just starts being less excruciating and not as strong as I get them. I wish I had clear words to like explain to you guys what exactly it is that I feel, besides literally it's just this sharp excruciating pain. Sometimes I can't stand up, sometimes I can't be laying down, sometimes it's just bad. And anyways, I know everybody's gonna have different opinions towards this. Some people might give me like their support or whatever, and some people might think this is stupid that I'm making it a big deal. But like I said, this is a big deal to me. This is a big deal to my mother. I know for a fact, because she hasn't really been through anything like this with any of my other siblings. And people have like asked me like, why is it that you're in the hospital? Like, you're in and out of the hospital. So yes, this is the reason why. It's really stressful, and I just hope we get an answer here soon, or I hope my pain like slowly like starts to fade away. It's a tough situation, and I just hope we get an answer here soon. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. I know it's kind of hard to understand everything, but overall I do hope you guys enjoyed. I know that I really don't share these type of things with anybody, but like I said, I decided to share this with you guys. You guys did want to see this, so once again, I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, or like if you want any clarification on what exactly it is that's like been happening and stuff, don't hesitate to message me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm hoping, I don't know what my next video will be, but yeah, until then, have a great rest of your day. I don't know when I'll be uploading this, but if you're watching this in the morning, good morning. If you're watching this in the night, good night. If you're watching this in the evening, good evening. If you're watching this in the afternoon, good afternoon. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.